In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 12 practical ways for you to survive lockdown 2.0. I know this year's been crazy and I know there's so many external factors that we can't do anything about. But in today's video, what I really want to do is focus on the things that we can control and do something about. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new around here, thank you for stopping by. My name is Tolu, and on this channel I share content all around personal finance, budgeting, frugal living, and I show you how to live your best life on a budget. In today's video, what I'm going to be doing is sharing with you 12 practical ways that we can survive lockdown 2.0. There's so many of these ways that I've already started applying in the first week of lockdown, and I thought it'd be really good to share it with you guys in case there's things that you can take and apply to this time of isolation to make the most of this time that we have at home. In the first lockdown, I made a couple of videos. The first one was lessons that I learned from the lockdown, and the second one was pandemic positives. So these were the positives that I was able to take out of that negative situation. So in today's one, what I really want to do is share practical things that you can do while we're still in the midst of this lockdown. I know it's a horrible time, and I know there's so much going on in the world that is beyond our control, and there's nothing that we can do to change. But what we can do is make the most of the time that we have in isolation. So the first thing that I want to say is start reading. If you're not really an avid reader, I think now is the time to pick it up as a hobby. So there's so much reading literature that you can read, from novels to educational books to books about personal finance. That's the area that I'm very passionate about, and I love to read books all around personal finance. In fact, what I really love to do is listen to audiobooks. I'm a mother of 3 boys, and they're very energetic boys, so I rarely find time to sit down and read a book, which is why I love Audible so much, because you can listen to the books while you're doing other things. So I love to multitask, so I'll listen to an audiobook while I'm cooking, while I'm cleaning, or when I'm going for a run in the morning. That's what I do. I listen to audiobooks. So if you haven't downloaded Audible, I'll definitely recommend that you download it. You can actually sign up for Audible for a free 30-day trial using my affiliate link in the description box below. With your 30-day free trial, you get to listen to any audiobook of your choice for absolutely free. So it's a no-brainer, really. It's worth signing up just so that you can at least take advantage of that free audiobook, and then just make sure you set the reminder for the date to cancel it, because that's a mistake that I've made many times, where I've signed up to these free offers with the intention of cancelling by the time the trial period is over, and then I'll end up forgetting and end up paying afterwards. So sign up anyway for the trial period and listen to an audiobook, and if it's something that you really enjoy, then keep the subscription, because it's definitely a worthwhile investment. My husband actually signed up to the annual subscription of Audible, so you get 1 month's free when you do that. And if you're already a Prime member, you actually get 2 audiobooks for free. So it's just a no-brainer. It's definitely worth checking out, particularly now that we're in lockdown and we're at home and we have more time on our hands. Then definitely take advantage of that Audible offer and get to reading and listening. Another thing you can start doing is journaling. Like, this time is such a crazy time that we're in right now, and just imagine 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line, looking back to the notes that you've made during this season. It's going to be incredible to think that we actually lived through this pandemic and we were able to survive all of what's going on in the world right now. As we're in it and we're living in it, it's kind of become our norm, and we just kind of accepted that this is our new way of life. But fast forward, God willing, 5 years, 10 years down the line, we're going to look back and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we survived that pandemic and that we lived through those crazy times. So it will be just amazing to have those journal entries to go back and read over what it was like, how you were feeling, what you were thinking during that season. So if journaling isn't something that you thought of doing before, now's the time to consider taking it up. I know Borris has said that we have to stay at home and we can't socialize with our friends and family, but I think it's still important to stay connected to one another. So whether it is Zoom parties or having WhatsApp group calls, or literally just picking up the phone to make a phone call, I think it's really important to stay connected to one another. So phone your family, phone your friends. I mean, you could be all right now, but you don't know the impact that lockdown is having on your friends and family members. So now's definitely the time to check in on one another. Are there people that you haven't spoken to in a while? Now's the time to just send a text or make a phone call just to check if they're okay, because yeah, these are crazy times, and now's not the time for us to disconnect from one another. Now more than ever, we really need to stay connected and stay in touch with one another. If there was ever a time to skill up, it's now. So I think if there's one thing that this pandemic has shown, it's that job security isn't really secure unless you're like a key worker. There's a lot of jobs that you thought were jobs for life that now have transpired not to be the case. That these jobs that you've been in for 5-10 years are letting you go because the company can't survive what's going on and all the financial burdens that they're finding themselves under. So I think now more than ever, it's important to try and get different streams of income going. So if there's an area that you've always thought about trying to get into, but you've never had the time to like do the research and read up on it and start learning that skill, now is definitely a time to start skilling up. I've been doing loads of online courses for Skillshare, learning all about Pinterest, how to use it to boost traffic to my blog. I've been learning about LumaFusion. That's the app that I actually use to edit these videos that you're watching now. So I've been learning how to use more of the features on LumaFusion during this time, and Skillshare is the platform that I love using for this because there's courses for literally everything you can think of. My husband's done loads of design courses on how to play a guitar. Like literally there's a course for everything on Skillshare. I think what's amazing about it is not only are you able to complete courses on Skillshare, you're also able to share your skill on there. So if there is an area that you're strong in, you can actually create that course on Skillshare to then share your skill with other people. It's an amazing platform, and I'll include a link to my affiliate link if you want to sign up for a 14-day free trial. So you can test out some of the 30,000 plus courses that are on Skillshare at no cost at all for the 14 days in which you're trialing it. Following on nicely from that last point, is there's one thing that 2020 has taught me, it's the importance of having multiple streams of income. Like, I'm so passionate about it, and you're going to see a lot more content relating to this in my channel moving forward, because I'm so keen on developing my different income streams so that I'm not reliant on one sole source of income. I'm having income coming in from various sources. So things that you can do to generate money online now without any additional skills are things like survey sites, user testing, mystery shopping online. There's so many things you can do online now that you can make extra money. What you can also do if you have any kind of skill like digital skills and graphics or blogging or writing, literally anything really, you can actually sell your services on websites like Fiverr. So I use Fiverr for everything. I've had logos designed on Fiverr, I've built websites on Fiverr, I've done SEO on Fiverr, I've done Pinterest on Fiverr. I literally use Fiverr for everything. It's such an amazing platform, and there's so many amazing freelancers on there from all around the world. So you can get services on there, but you can equally sell your services on Fiverr too. So it's definitely worth checking Fiverr out. And again, I'll include that in the description box below in case you want to sign up for it via my affiliate link. Another thing that you can do during this lockdown period is something that I've been doing a lot of over the past week, and that's declutter your house. So I started on my bedroom wardrobe. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to share the pictures because my wardrobe was a mess. But now it's empty, it's clean. I've got rid of so much stuff, and it feels so much better to have such a clear space. And I'm just working my way through the whole house. That's definitely something I recommend doing during this period. If you are at home and you have that extra downtime and you have a lot of stuff in your house that you probably don't need so much of, now's a good time as any to go through that stuff and get rid of things that you don't need. You could even maybe make a few bucks from selling some of those things that you're not actually using. One man's trash is another man's treasure. So the clutter that you're thinking that is just that's just taking up space in your house can actually be of value to somebody else. So I definitely recommend during this time, if you can find time to declutter your house, do it. Moving on from that point nicely, I think another thing that would be great to do during this time is to do home improvements. So you know all those DIY things that you've wanted to do for the longest of times and you've put off, now's a great time to get stuck into that. So is there a room that needs to be painted that you've wanted to do for so long but haven't got around to doing it? Now's a great time to do it, particularly because B&Q and all those shops are still open, so you can actually get the tools that you need to do that paint job. I think it's so important during these uncertain times and stressful times to really take care of yourself. So whatever self-care means to you and looks like to you, make sure you find time to prioritize it during this lockdown. I know for myself, I have 3 young children, I have a husband, I have a home to look after, so self-care sometimes falls right to the bottom of that list of priorities. But I'm really trying to make an intentional effort to at least give myself time on a Sunday where I could just take time out to look after myself. And I would definitely recommend you do the same, even if it's just you at home with the children. Maybe when the kids go to bed, just give yourself that half an hour for you to focus on yourself, whether it's paint your nails or watch a movie that you want to watch or read a book, wherever it is, just have that self-care time, that time for you to just be you and enjoy your own space and just make time to make yourself feel good and take care of yourself. Exercise is so important. Like, I can't stress the importance of it and the impact it actually has on me the days that I do it, and I know it will be the same for you if you do it too. I think if exercise isn't something that you've currently incorporated into your daily routine, routine, I think now is the time to start building that habit. So whether it's going for a half an hour walk or going for a stroll or going for a run, whatever it is you can do to just get your body moving, definitely do that. If you're not able to leave the house, there's things that you can do at home. Watch a video on YouTube and do a 15-minute workout, or even a 7-minute workout. Whatever you do is really going to have a positive impact on you and make you feel good. So get active and you're going to feel the results of it. Another thing that you can do to survive lockdown is save what you save. And what I mean by that is save any additional money that you've been able to save by being at home. So if you're a person that usually gets bus or train to work, now that you're working from home, save that money. Or if it's a case of you usually buy lunch out or you eat out a lot with friends, that money that you would have been spending on those outings, now's the time to save that money and put it aside towards your future goals. I think this is probably one of the most important points that I'm going to make in this video actually, and that is the importance of having a daily routine. I know being on lockdown and working from home and not leaving the house can make you feel like all over the place and feel like there's no kind of structure, but trying to get some kind of structure and order in your day will really help you feel a lot more at ease. Do your best to make a morning routine for yourself. So I'm not saying that you have to wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. like I'm trying to do, but whatever time you do wake up, have some kind of a routine and order to your morning. So whether it's wake up at 7, have a cup of water, do a bit of exercise, write in your journal, meditate, and then start your day. Whatever the routine is, just try and have one that's consistent, particularly on a weekday, so that you don't feel like you're just a mess and out of control. Having that bit of structure really does make all the difference. Now's a good time to really take up a hobby. I know there's so many hobbies that you probably can't do now given lockdown, but there's so many things equally that you can do. Is sewing something that you've always wanted to do? Now's the time to invest in a sewing machine and do some courses online. It might be knitting. I know I'm saying the most boring things, but I don't know what your hobby is, but you know what your hobby is. So whatever that hobby is that you've wanted to take up for so long, now's the time to pick it up and give it a go. So best believe this last bit of advice that I'm giving you, I'm giving to myself first, and that's to watch what you eat during this time. So really try your best to eat food that's going to be nourishing to you, food that's going to make you feel good, that's not going to make you feel heavy and lethargic and just make you feel like crap. If you eat healthy, you're going to feel a lot more healthier. It's going to give you more energy and you're going to feel so much better. So definitely during this time, experiment with meals, cook at home. Don't replace going to restaurants every other day to having takeout every other day. Instead, try and cook more healthy, wholesome meals at home. Now's the time to go online and try recipes that you've never tried before. So these are the ways that I'm going to be surviving lockdown 2.0, and I hope that by watching this video you're inspired to try some of these things during the season of lockdown. Yes, I know it's a crazy year, it's a crazy time, and it's a crazy season that we're in. So many factors beyond our control that make it so overwhelming and make us really anxious. But I think focusing more on the things that are within our control and within our capacity to change, I think really makes all the difference. So definitely during the next few weeks, I think it's going to be months personally, but at the moment it's supposed to be a few more weeks. During this time, just really take time to focus on the things that you can focus on and do the things that you can do, and try not to be too consumed by the news, by the media, by all the things external that we can't control. Doing that does nothing for the anxiety. If anything, it makes it a lot worse. So yeah, just really focus on controlling the things that you can control, reach out to people, connect with one another, and just try and keep the spirits up. If you have any suggestions or any other coping strategies for surviving lockdown 2.0, then leave them in the comment section below, because I'd love to hear them and I'm sure everyone else would too. And with that being said, guys, please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't yet done so. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet subscribed. Share this video with a friend, a family member, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.